In 1960, Coronation Street first began. Rogers and a woman who went on who've been at the heart of the episode since and have created emphasized created stuff for everybody. In 1922, a 17-year-old resident, James, stepped onto the street and changed the game further. In 1983, when Fairclough died in a car crash, coincidentally, it was the time of Stanley Milder's 40th wedding anniversary. In 1990, Ken Barrow tried to end it all after having an argument with his daughter Tracy, and in 1999, Alfred died. These 5 episodes are my personal favourites, but instead of showing them one after the other, like they did on D-Force, Rest in Peace, we're going to show them in front at the end of it. Over 5 Saturday nights, the story of Coronation Street will be told. Yeah, not all in chronological order. Our first episode takes us to 1960, at a time when Elsie Turner is living with her son Dennis, who's just come out of prison. Jack and Annie Walker are running the Rovers. Ken Barrow is living with his brother Pat Barrow, who is living with her mother Ida Barrow in Ken is dating a girl at the Imperial Hotel. And you get the picture. Sit back and enjoy the very first episode of a show that has changed history. We now move on to 1964, when the street has only been going for 3 years. Emotions are running high at the death of one-time resident Martha Honest, who you can see in a special mini Cobble Studio program. Where did you see it? The start of one of Coronation Street's greatest double-ups, Sten and Oda, is marked in this episode. It's now 1966. England have won the World Cup. Howard Wilson is at number 10, and Ken and Mao are planning a Christmas party right now. But Will Cyril, played by my old-time best mate, Dennis Moss, who I had the honour of interviewing for an After the Street program before also becoming soon, is engaged. It's now 1969. Corey's about to move into college, so what better way than going to the waitress stick? But due to technical problems, it's not all what you see. Fortunately, in 2010, a newly discovered cover copy of the very first cover episode was unearthed here at Harry Forbidden Towers. Get ready to see one of your favourite characters looking up somewhere. It's now 1971. Ken is moving up in road. The Maidenette, which had been built after the mission got knocked down in 1968, are about to unfortunately meet a rather premature end. It was one of Paul O'Grady's favourite episodes. And as you'll see, it led to the return of one of Coronation's most famous duets. Well, I won't spoil the ending for you. It's a big surprise. So, as the residents start doing with them, be warned, this episode has a lot of tears. Annie Walker is moving up in the world after the sad death of her husband Dad Walker, when Fairclough and his partner Debbie Bruce are moving on. Albert Datlock is now family part of Ken's wife, as the bank moved to the supermarket to open a DIY shop. Minnie, having devised a terrible hostage crisis for booking her, and then for the rest, well, enough for Emma Ogden. Well, a year ago at this time, she was nursing a very personal deal. So what's a lesson doing? You see, Peter and Susan, who've been both born to twins 5 years earlier, what to do with the Russell Lamb was out for star performances from Doris Speed and Kim Birmingham. TV's Burke and Air. Oh, and the late Betty Driver, of course, who only joined the program in 1969 after being spotted in a pub. I won't tell. We now move on sadly to 1983. As 1981, let's not talk about it. Anyway, 20 years have passed since the first episode. When is now gone. The day is now in the rabbits. With Betty Carpy. And Batwins is now behind the bar. In other news, it's Stan and Hilda's 40th wedding anniversary. One of the most famous, it also featured one of the most famous finales in the history of Coronation Street. Eddie Hayes, we just think we've been together now for 40 years. Betty Woods is his best mate, and the police turn up. Stay tuned, and all will be revealed. It's now 1 year later, in 1994, Grenada Television was still a big golden year. 28 up, which had already picked him. First, Coronation Street would through one of the most iconic characters ever, done often, in a moving and powerful Bruno, with 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 Wednesday. With one feet and the return of Trudogden, the S&T son. Ironically, it seems that it's 30 years to the day, to the year, since Dunogden was buried. You can see why Coronation Street chose halfway over the infant Bruno. It also went on to give Dean Alexander the highest honour any TV soap star could get at the 1985 World Television Society Awards. And I won't spoil the ending for you, because it remains a true finale. Most of you will have seen the episode the first time around. Oh wait, but I can't It's now 2015. Tracy Barrow is with Webcam Barrow, with Antonia are together. Audrey Roberts is now one in the salon, and David and Karen have been between more times than I see in catalogue. Baron wins, and who first realized this stick. I'm gonna have to record this again. You see, I'm gonna